Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ridhi. In case you're new here, welcome. And in today's video, I am going to do a full face of gay beauty. I really do enjoy and love gay beauty products. So I'm just really excited to do a full face and just see how it turns out. So if you are excited to see the full face of K Beauty as well, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Join my little YouTube family. Like this video, it helps me out so much. And now, let's get into it. So firstly, I'm gonna start by this Undercover color correcting primer in the shade Lavender. Now I specifically went in with lavender because my skin has a very warm yellow undertone. So lavender basically neutralizes the yellow undertone and brightens up your skin. Now coming to the actual texture of this primer, it's stunning. It almost just feels like you're rubbing water on your skin, but once you really rub it in, it feels like a regular moisturizer. I can totally use this as my everyday moisturizer. Just sort of like a pick me up moisturizer. It just instantly brightens me up and makes my skin look very fresh, if so I will. Now moving forward, I have this peach corrector stick. There are definitely some days that you need the color corrector. Some days you just don't get your sleep. That's when it comes in handy for me especially. My problem is, this is how I received it. I don't have a sharpener for this. I know that they sell the sharpener separately, but I think that they should instant sell it with the pencil itself. Yeah, maybe I will just buy the sharpener. I'm really annoyed, but. So what I'm gonna do instead is to take a brush, dig it in here and use it like so, because that's the only option I have. Okay, here's the thing that I do own a peach corrector from LA Girl, and that is like a darker peach than this. Definitely, it's a very light peach. So basically it is only catered towards lighter skin tones. If you're darker, you definitely need to go in with the orange corrector, but I can definitely see a difference on both sides. This side is with the corrector and this side is without the corrector. And as far as the formula goes, the texture goes, it is definitely creamy, but it also does feel little silicone-y, if so I will. And once you sort of do apply it and blend it, it's almost undetectable under your eyes, which is great. See, it does not look peach at all. It just sort of blends in with my skin so beautifully. Moving forward, we have the K Beauty Hydrating Foundation in the shade 120Y Light. Now, as you guys can see, this shade is a little dark for my face, but it sort of matches my neck perfectly, which is good. But I have to say that it's a little too yellow for my liking. And I do really wish to get another shade in this foundation because I really do love this foundation. Now I really won't consider this foundation to be for all skin types. It is definitely for more dry to normal skin people, and I do have dry skin, and hence why I love this foundation so much. It is actually a very hydrating foundation. It blends into the skin very easily and very seamlessly, if so I will. It's beautiful. It also gives you a little bit of that healthy glow and really just looks like your skin. And for me, it's about a medium coverage foundation. Now, K Beauty does not really have any eyebrow products in their line yet. So I'm gonna go off camera, do my eyebrows, and I'll be right back. Next, we have this Hydrating Concealer, and I have this in the shade 100Y Light. Now, this is fairly a new launch from K Beauty. But here's the thing, ever since I've tried it for the first time, I've not been able to put this down. This is the only concealer that I've been using since last 1 month. It's a beautiful concealer, especially for the everyday use, and it has about light to medium coverage. But this concealer just looks so natural. It does not look heavy whatsoever underneath your eyes. It does not emphasize any dry patches or the wrinkles underneath your eyes. This is hands down one of my favorite concealers. And then I'm gonna contour my face using the contour stick in the shade Caramel Focus. Glides on pretty easily. Also looks pigmented, I have to say. I'm going all out with my contouring today. Wow, that's not right. Definitely. Wow, that's not blending. Ooh, why is it not blending? I'm just gonna use my foundation brush to blend it in. Maybe that will do a better job. In case I did not tell you, I am using this for the first time. I don't think so that I will be ever using this again. Let me blend it all in and I will be right back.
6.5 hours later.
Okay, so this definitely has to be the first product that I don't like from K-Beauty. It's very, very disappointing. It is so hard to blend. I really did not enjoy my process with it. Now moving forward, again a very, very recent launch from K-Beauty. We have their cream blushes. So the one in the bottom, the pinkier one, is Rosy Romance, and the one on the top with like an orangey warm undertone is Rustic Rush. I got them at the same time as I got the concealer, and same as the concealer, I've been using them constantly. So these aren't your glowy cream blushes. These are definitely on a matte side. They do definitely have silicone in them, and it's like a moussey whipped sort of a consistency. And this is how I apply it. I take it onto the back of my hand, take my brush, and just really work it into your brush. And then I like to go ahead and apply it. I do not like to directly go in with the tube on my cheeks because these are so pigmented. You definitely do need to be careful with them, but they do last a very, very long time, which is amazing. These are definitely up with my Jaclyn Hill cream blushes, but I do want them to come out with more colors for these. They only have five shades in these cream blushes. They definitely do need to expand the color range because these are beautiful. I'm gonna go in with my sponge to blend in the edges a bit and to really like diffuse it into my skin. Moving forward, we have two face powders from K-Beauty. First is the HD Setting Loose Powder in the shade Banana. It's a very, very finely milled lightweight powder, and it also does blur out your skin. But my only issue is that it can be drying on my dry skin. But if you have normal to oily skin, this is a great powder for you, especially if you have oily skin and you really want to like mattify your skin. This could be amazing. And then we have the matte compact powder. This is in the shade 100 and Light, same as the concealer. And just look at how thin and sleek this packaging is. Wow. I'm gonna start with my nose, Something to keep in mind with this compact is, since it is a compact, it does have a little bit of coverage to it. It's not a lot whatsoever. Now this powder does say that it's matte, and it is, but it is not as matte as the loose powder, if so you will. The compact powder is definitely more suited towards dry skin in my opinion in comparison to the loose powder. I prefer it over the loose powder, but it is still not my favorite for my dry skin personally. And then we have the illuminating highlighter in Sunlit Gold. Now this I'm gonna try for the first time. I have not tried the K-Beauty highlighters. Wow, This feels creamy. And this is the shade Sunlit Gold. I'm gonna use my PAC 131 brush. I have to say that this shade is a little too gold for my liking. I like more of the champagne white based highlighters almost. They just suit my skin tone much better. Wow, that's a lot. I'm gonna go in with my blush brush to like blend it in because I applied too much. I am a little confused about this highlighter if I'm being honest. It is definitely not my favorite highlighter, okay? I definitely have highlighters that I love way more than this. Here's the thing. These days, I really go for that natural looking highlighters that you really can't see on your face, that just really like blends into your skin. This, I can sort of see sitting on top of my skin, but it's not at all dry or emphasizing any of my texture. So if you want a blinding highlighter, this is definitely the one. But something that I can tell you is that I know it's gonna look beautiful once I have my setting spray on. I just can feel it, that it's just gonna really sink into my skin and look beautiful, you know? Coming up next, we have the K Beauty eyeshadow stick. I actually did not purchase it. I received it as a gift with purchase. But since I have it, I am going to use it. And this is in the shade High Beam. You know what? I totally would have picked this color. I love shades like so. I'm gonna apply it like so. And then I'm gonna take my brush. This is the Morphe M433 and blend it in. Straight away, I can tell you it is definitely not an easy blend. I do definitely need to put in some pressure to blend it, you know. Maybe I can use my finger. Yeah, finger works much better and much quicker. It's like in one eyeshadow eye look, which is amazing. And these are pigmented. As you guys can see, it just went on so easily. Moving forward, we have the Self Love eyeshadow palette from K Beauty. So this one is the berry variant that I have. They have in total 4 variants in this palette, I suppose, and they all have these women empowering names to them, which is just beautiful, and also they have beautiful illustrations to them. Now I have done a dedicated review on this palette on my YouTube channel. In case you are interested, you can check it out. But just as an overview, I do really enjoy the matte shades in this palette, but the shimmers are a little underwhelming for me. The shimmers aren't as shimmery, if so I will, but the mattes are creamy and beautiful. They do have a little bit of kickback and a little bit of fallout, but that's okay, you know, like that's not an issue for me. These are pigmented and blends easily, which is what matters the most. I'm gonna go in with the shade Rustic and I'm just gonna use it on my crease. You see how pigmented those shadows are? I don't know what I've done, honestly. I don't know what I was thinking. It has really just taken over that green shade.
One minute, 37 seconds later.
I'm using the shade Ginger in order to blend the green and the brown together.
Twenty minutes later.
Then I also have a liner from K Beauty. This is in the shade Sizzling Mocha. I have not tried this before, so let's do it now. Wow, this is really like a brown shade. And it's very liquidy as well. I don't think so that it looks good with this eye look, honestly. But I honestly think that just this by itself is gonna look so beautiful as a winged liner. The shade is so beautiful. Let me swatch it for you. So this is the shade. It's like a true, literal, warm brown kind of a shade. It's beautiful. It's dry and it's not moving anywhere. It's like really like smudge proof, but it sort of has a glowy finish to it. It is not a matte eyeliner. If you like matte eyeliners, you will definitely not love this. I do prefer matte eyeliners, but I think with brown it's gonna be okay for some reason. I don't know. Okay, so I've curled my lashes and we are going to move on to the K-Beauty Midnight Mascara. I do use this mascara every now and then. As the name suggests, Midnight, this is really like a jet black mascara, which is amazing. This brush does coat my eyelashes evenly. It does not like clunk up my eyelashes. You know, some mascaras can really give you that spidery eye look. I won't say that it's volumizing, but it's a little lengthening mascara, okay? And there you go. Lashes all done. Moving forward, we have the eye kohl in the shade Spade. And this I'm using for the first time. I'm just gonna tight line my lower waterline with it. It's just like halfway. I'm not taking it in. Then I'm gonna go in with the PAC 092 brush, which is a pencil brush, to blend it. Yeah, you know what? It sort of does not work on my teary eyes. It is sort of starting to crumble up once my tears start falling down. Yeah, it just sort of is like rubbing off and removing. So, not the best eye kohl in my opinion. For my lower lash line, I'm gonna mix rustic and ginger together and just go on top of the kajal. Again, I'm just gonna take it halfway in. For my lower lashes, I'm just gonna stick to my MAC Extended Play Lash Mascara because the wand on this mascara is just too fat for the lower lashes, you know. I'm gonna go back in with the highlighter to highlight my inner corners as well as my brow bone. Now, if you guys aren't new to my channel, you guys must know that I really love my K-Beauty lip liners. These are creamy and pigmented. They glide on so easily. They do not tug or pull onto my lips. They aren't the most long-lasting lip liners, but they last pretty well. So the first shade in the bottom, which is a brown shade, is in the shade Fame. Then the second, which is the berry pink color, is in the shade Applause. On the third, a nude pink shade is Unleash. And coming to the shade on the top, which is a true nude, in my opinion, is in the shade Hype. And definitely Hype is my most used and my favorite color of all. And you can see that I use Hype the most. I think I'm gonna use the shade Fame, which is a brown, because I think it will sort of like complement our eye look beautifully. Then for the lipsticks, I have these 4 matte lip bullets, and also I have one of their lipsticks. This is in the shade Chat Booster, which is a beautiful neutral brown. This one is in the shade Backstage. Teaser. Coming up next, we have Premiere. And then we have Rehearsal. Now, in total, I think I had 6 of these. I did declutter one, but I can't find the other in my collection. But I did do a lip swatch video on these on my Instagram. I will leave a link to it in the description bar below. Now, here's the thing that I do love these lip colors. They are creamy and pigmented and matte. Now, according to them, this sort of a shape is meant for easy application. But in my opinion, I think it just makes it even more difficult it does not give you a precise line. But another problem is these colors won't really work with this eye look today. So what I'm gonna do instead is to go back to these cream blushes. I have used these cream blushes as my lip color before, so I do know that they work beautifully, also because they are pigmented. I'm gonna start by applying a little bit of the Rosy Romance first. And now I'm gonna add a little bit of the shade Rosy Romance on top as well. Okay, you also here is the finished look using full face of K Beauty. I do really enjoy how it turned out. My skin looks like skin. It looks glowy and fresh. It does not look caked up whatsoever and also looks pretty smooth. I would say it's like 80% of the products from K Beauty I really like and love. The other 20% they need to work on definitely, especially the contour stick. So with that, if you did enjoy this video and my review on these products, please give me a big thumbs up. It helps me so much. And if you haven't subscribed already, I would love for you to be the part of my YouTube family. And I will see you all next time. Till then, stay safe, stay happy. Bye.